Guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Tuesday afternoon. I hope you're well. I hope the day has treated you well, whatever you're up to today. Hope it is gone well. Obviously, this is more of a snippet, shorter version of the live stream that was done at 12 o'clock today. So if you have missed it, this is more of a bullet point, shorter, snappy one. Obviously, the live streams are 12 and 7, so if you have not been aware of that, now you know. And if you do want to join, by all means, it's a good crack. So yeah, just want to say though, if you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And I'll start with the guy on the thumbnail, Mr. Morgan Gibbs-White. And it came from Peter O'Rourke, who said that Tottenham are continuing to monitor the position of Morgan Gibbs-White at Nottingham Forest as their their interest in a transfer deal remains strong. And you know, I talked about on the live stream, and I said, you know, Morgan Gibbs-White, does that stop you going to get an Eze? You know, does an Eze stopping you getting another big name somewhere else? And I was thinking about this all morning, you know, and obviously I still want Eze. That's a given. I'm not gonna shock anyone with that revelation. But had Morgan Gibbs-White always been the guy, I think more people maybe would have been more interested. Now the thing is with Gibbs-White is Forest need to sell for FFP reasons. They're going to want to cash in, which totally understandable, totally get as well. You're wanting 50 odd million plus. Eze is a guaranteed 60. And Eze stats this season, you know, trump Gibbs-White's, you know. So I think for me, I think that's an easy one. We talked about Jed Spence as well, and Nicola Shiro said that Jed Spence is getting closer to stay at Genoa from Tottenham. Now listen, this is important, this bit. Offered a loan with obligation to buy of €8 million upon reaching certain conditions. And I said, again, I have no issues with Spurs doing a deal similar to this instead of selling him this summer, you know, selling him next summer. It's not like we need the money. And if it means, you know, we hold on to him for another year, but Genoa pay his wages for that season, and then Genoa gives us €8 million, and I think it should just be an obligation. Forget certain conditions. Just make it an obligation. Then I'd be on board with that kind of deal. You know, you save the money on the wages for the season, then you get the sort of money that you want anyway just a season later when you don't need it this summer. I'm all on board with that, to be honest. And then it adds to your transfer fund potentially the season after. So that's the way I would look at that personally. We also talked a little bit about the rumoured Marcus Edwards interest, and it said that Arsenal are interested in sporting Lisbon winger Marcus Edwards, and I said that I don't see this being a thing, to be honest. It makes sense. It makes sense for both him and obviously Arsenal, but I don't see it happening personally. Arsenal are very much working on striker at the moment, obviously after just losing out on Sesko today, because that was the news that came out today, that they've missed out on Sesko because he is to stay and sign a new deal there. I still think they're focusing on striker than they are focusing on a winger, you know. So there was that. We also briefly touched on Youssouf Fofana, and it said that Youssouf Fofana will leave 100%. Will leave Monaco this summer. Plan on both player and club side. No advanced negotiations for Fofana. Feels ready for a new chapter this summer. And I also said on Fofana, you know, this is a deal that you would get him for, you know, the mid 20 millions of the world. Sort of mid to late 20 millions. I mean, he's in the French squad. He doesn't always start the games. Obviously, you're Tchouaméni, you're Camavinga. You know, even N'Golo Kante's still in the French squad, but I didn't check the last game they played, which I think was the 0-0. The game before, he did start. So, you know, he does get minutes at France. You know, if going for more of sort of a higher profile six stops you from getting a few other players, is it necessary? You know, so that's why I said about Fofana, it's not the worst thing in the world. And then, yeah, we also, we touched on a few other things, but we did mostly end up focusing and finishing on Hiroki Ito and Murillo, that Spurs are interested in both, but are focusing and prioritising the attack in terms of additions first. So which it makes a ton of sense to me. I agree with it. It's the way I would do it. I don't think a fourth centre-back is as crucial as a number 1, number 9. Or that premier attacking midfielder or winger. That should be the priority. Get that done. Revisit then, you know, the transfer budget. Revisit any other deals that you've got going on in terms of sales. And then go from there to the other targets. Because get the main guy first. then work from that, you know? So anyway, guys, at the end of the video, I hope you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video. If you did, hit me in the comment section down below your thoughts and feelings about everything that I talked about there. Obviously, join the lives if you want to, 12 and 7 p.m. every night. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, at the end of the video, I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.